Hello YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic. Today we're going to be checking out some viewer creations. Now you guys have been fantastic about sending me these creations, and I noticed a little bit of a theme over probably the past couple weeks of emails. I've been sent a ton of off-road creations, so that's what we're going to be checking out here today. We've got everything from a 6-wheeled monster truck, a Class 1 Dune Buggy, a safari truck, and a off-road rock crawler that's got probably one of the most crazy suspension setups that I've ever seen on a car. So we're going to be checking these out here today. If you have any creations you'd like to send to the channel, I'm going to flash the information up on screen. But anyways, let's jump right into these creations. Oh boy, this thing is absolutely a monster. So, I have my monster truck chassis that's available on the workshop, and somebody has taken it and modified it into a 6-wheeled monster truck. And check this out. I'm trying to figure out exactly what they're doing. What is the twitching? Oh, you know what? These are blinkers. Let's pull out the lift here and check out. This is made by Mission System. It's a 6-wheeled monster truck, 6-wheel steering. Apparently it's got indicators on it, hazard lights, and bull bar. Have I been saying brush guard wrong the whole time? I always think of the front bumper, if it sticks out, I always think of it like a brush guard. Maybe it is called bull bar. That's weird. So anyways, the flickering, I believe, is the blinkers. I think there's a reset on it. You can see the little system down there. You can see my chassis about right in this area, but where the arms and the electric suspension, all right, yeah, it is electric. I keep saying gas suspension. This is actually electric motor. It goes out into the back. There is a linked off, looks like a couple more bars back here. And actually, yeah, it's all feeding off that one suspension piece in the middle. Okay, this is kind of cool. So the bars come back from the electric suspension, and he's just kind of just added a piece to it. It looks like it does steer, but it doesn't drive off of those middle wheels. I wonder if there's a reason behind that. I don't know. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop up in here and check this thing out. Now, you might have seen this once. When I did one of my latest update videos, I kind of fiddled around with this thing for a second. I just needed something in the background. But I haven't really truly gone in and kind of explored how this thing works. So, oh, it does. Okay, it does steer off of all 6 wheels. That's pretty awesome. Let's go through the buttons real quick. The 1 key, that activates the electric suspension. 2 keys, the lights. 3 keys, the bull bar lights. 5 key. Okay, these are going to be your indicators, your 4 and your 5, but we need to reset it, I think, with 6. No, 7. There it goes. Oh, now we have the hazards on. Okay, so we can reset. Oh, okay, there it goes. All right. It doesn't do that automatically, does it? When I turn? No, I think you have to manually do these. Could be wrong, though. Anyways, you're probably wondering why this isn't in the Monster Jam arena, and the reason is just simply look at it. It's way too big to fit in the arena. I did fiddle around with it a little bit, but I kept running into stuff, and honestly, it wasn't that fun to do. So I'd rather take it off in the off-road terrain here, just truly see what it can do. It's kind of weird feeling, and I think of course, it's the 6 wheels. It sways back and forth a lot. I noticed that it does turn on a dime still. I wonder if I turn off the electric. Let's turn off the suspension real quick and just see what happens. Yeah, as I suspected, it doesn't turn quite as well. That's kind of always been the case with the electric suspension that I was using on my monster truck chassis. Now, if you downloaded my my chassis 2.0, it doesn't have the electric motor in there. I've gone in and just kind of fiddled with the suspension pieces and tuned them how I see fit. But I think this is actually pretty good. I'm going to turn that back on and just see how fast this thing goes. Kind of hit a jump here. Oh, that's it's just crazy. Every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, that is really my chassis under there. He's just added some pieces to the back. Now, the truck itself kind of looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of maybe a limo truck. Would have been cool to see him add maybe some more, possibly some more seats back there. And let's see. Also, one thing it does look like he's using, you can see under where the exhaust is, he's using the exhaust mod. I talked a little bit about it in my last episode because I had a KTM Expo. And by the way, if you didn't see the last episode, I have it linked in the description. But I've been using this exhaust mod quite a bit. I think I even used it on one of my Chevy trucks. And it's really a great mod to use. It just adds a little bit of extra realism to your build. But yeah, I'm definitely really impressed by this. It's just cool how he's taken something that I've built and just extended onto that. And that's kind of what the idea was behind releasing the chassis on the workshop. So definitely cool of him to do that. Uh-oh. How do we get out of this? Is there a seat block? Seat block. Nope, 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 no seat block. I might be cutting into your... Yeah, I'm going to cut into your creation. There it goes. Alright, so we've got... Let's go ahead and check it one more time. Mission system. I will put a link to his workshop in the description if you'd like to download this 6-wheeled monster beast. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the next creation. Alright, so our next creation here is a Class 1 Unlimited Dune Buggy. This is by Cyb. And the reason I picked this, the suspension on it is really unique looking. And it's something that I haven't really seen before. And also, it looks pretty sweet. It looks like it's using the new MJM, Graygo, Durf, and Shine Vision. I got that wrong my last episode. I said Shino Vision because when I was building that KTM Expo, I used that mod and I tried to credit everybody and I didn't know the fourth guy's name. So I do apologize about that. But yeah, I've got it setting over here. It looks pretty sweet. Now, what I was saying about the suspension, I call it, it's kind of like a control arm suspension. You've got these arms that swoop down, and most of the time in Scrap Mechanic, these arms are setting on controllers to keep them at angles. An example would be probably this rock crawler over here, which has a really cool suspension on it. You can see, the two bearings there, they're set. This one's not like that, and I think what's going on here, it's got a suspension piece here in the back that's set up to 9, which is fairly stiff for something of this size, and probably he's using lightweight blocks, I would guess here. So it's actually lifting the suspension up, and it's lifting the whole system. And I have to say, I'm curious as to how this is going to drive. The back, I would also say, is fairly similar. It's got the arms that come down, you get the suspension piece on top of it, and it's just kind of, I guess, propping itself up. What are these set to? These are set to 7, so he didn't need quite as much back here. Now, he also has the gas motor back here, and it's encased, and visually it looks very nice. It looks like a huge motor, and I don't know, I'm just really impressed overall just by the way it looks. I've tried to create one of these, and I just couldn't get the look down, but I wasn't using mods. I was trying to do it in vanilla parts, and obviously mods give you a whole lot more flexibility on your creations. So, the 1 and 2 key, you got your lights here. Let's go and take off. Whoa, okay, this is something that I'm noticing here. Okay, how it's compressing, a lot of times when you take off in an off-road vehicle, it will squat. You'll see it squat down, and obviously it's getting more grip to the back wheels. You get the front wheels just bouncing over the terrain, kind of like what you're seeing here. But what his is doing, it's actually cambering out the wheels. When we take off here, the wheels will kind of swoop in, and it's not actually making full contact. And that's something that's kind of interesting. Let's just go ahead and test it out, though. No complaints here. This seems to be working pretty good, actually. Let's go ahead and hit some of this rough spots. Actually, there's a cornfield over here. I think we can hit that. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Oh, there we go. Might could use a little bit more power. I'm kind of curious if he's got 2 engines tucked away there. Maybe he's powering the backs and the fronts differently. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, that works really well. You know what? I wonder if we could do some multiplayer in these. The only thing that scares me always with this many bearings is lag when you get real close to other vehicles. It does create a ton of lag in multiplayer. But these would be really cool to race because they're really, really drivable. So definitely props to him, Mr. Cyb. I'm rather impressed. I kind of want to create one of these now. And I've been saying it for a couple weeks now, between creating a rock crawler and creating just like an off-road buggy, that I was going to do it. And I think I'm going to have to commit. So if you guys have any ideas about that, comment below. Anyways, I want to thank Mr. Cyb for sending this awesome unlimited buggy over. I'm totally ready to go run the Baja 1000 in this thing. Yeah, that's just absolutely sweet. That is cool. But anyways, thanks for sending that over, and let's go check out the next creation. Alright, our next creation is going to be the Safari Truck. And the reason I picked this vehicle drives so well on the off-road areas. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if the suspension is just perfectly balanced, the vehicle weight's balanced, but I love this truck, and I want to create something like this. Every time I see viewer creations, if I see something that I really like, I instantly think, alright, what could I do like this? So, this is by Get You Done. I hate pronouncing names. You can see it right here. It takes the mod pack, and it's really a part of the suspension, a part of the looks that I like. Safari truck. What is a safari truck? Is that a truck we go out in the safari and go on expeditions? Are we hunting? It kind of looks like a stealthish type army truck. Is stealthish a word? Probably not. So, the truck itself is pretty, I wouldn't say plain, it's a pretty simple truck. It's got it looks like it's almost using all vanilla parts, except for I can see the door handles, and I'm pretty sure some of the angled parts are a little bit different. But it's really the suspension. Let's pull it out real quick. You've got the arm that goes across. Let's lift it up. You've got the suspension pieces that come down. Now, like a lot of rock crawlers that I've played with on Scrap Mechanic, there's a couple free bearings here that lets the whole suspension and the bar connecting the wheels, it lets it sway left and right when you're going over rocks and terrain. And this one just has a really smooth ride to it. So let's go ahead and get it off the lift. You can just see it. You can see how it just moves. There's so much movement in there. That's awesome. Does that open? Oh, that opens. Alright. Look at that. Even the weight of the tailgate that opens sideways actually leans the car over. That is cool. Let's go ahead and close that. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Alright, I'm assuming all the first keys are just going to be your doors. That's door, back door, light. What was that? Brake light? Brake light. And overheads. I think there's something behind the yellow lights. Something about safaris and just maybe the tent they use. If anybody knows, let me know below. But look at this. Look at that ride. Let me go ahead and close that. There we go. Oh, just how it works together is so fantastic looking. I love that. It's got that sway. The whole body sways, and it's fantastic. It's got a nice, I keep saying it squats. The back end squats down. I was going to say it's a nice squat, but that sounds completely wrong. But it is. I mean, really, the action on it squats down, works extremely well. I could drive this truck for a long time. I have a lot of fun with this one. Let's go up the hill here. Just works so well. Now, I don't think it's much of an actual rock crawler itself. It is a bit heavy, and another reason, a lot of times on the rock crawlers, I've seen people use electric motors, because when you stop on an electric motor, it's almost like an instant stop. It's almost like a brake, and it typically works a little bit better on the big high cliffs and the rocks. But as just a straight off-road vehicle, if you need something to get around, I highly suggest checking this creation out, because just the way it works, just the way it rides. I'm going to really break this one apart and just try to figure out kind of his suspension adjustments and just even what weight block he's using. You know, Durf has a lot of different blocks that have different weight properties, and there's just something about this. It's so balanced. Like, I can't even barely get this thing to flip over. It takes a lot. A lot of creations, you can just turn hard and the thing will just tip right over, but just the way this thing rides, it's absolutely, I would say it's pretty close to perfect. So definitely want to thank him for sending that over. I would say your name again, but I have no idea how to pronounce it, so we're just going to say thank you for sending this over, and I'll have a link in the description. But yeah, I think we are ready to go ahead and check out our last creation. Look at that, so awesome. Actually, one last thing I want to point out, that I guess we're going to call it the bull bar now. That even looks cool. That's just a cool vehicle. Even just how it's setting here, it's kind of on uneven terrain, and you can see the body shifted over. Definitely really awesome. I want to thank him for sending that over. And let's check out the last creation. Alright, our buddy Rick Z, he sent us over another creation. If you recall who Rick Z is, we checked out, I think I titled it like one of the biggest yachts I've ever seen in Scrap Mechanic. And he knows I like suspension, and he sent this over. Now, there is something absolutely nutty about the setup that he's got going on here. It is a rock crawler. It's Rick Z 9019. Let's go and exit here. Look at this thing. First of all, the spider web's pretty crazy. Second of all, look at the amount of bearings in there. Okay, so you got bearings attached to the body, attached to the arms, and on top of that, look at what's on top of here. He's got suspension pieces to the side, and when we drive around, these things shimmy and shake, and it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. So let's just go ahead and hop right in. From a, okay, it looks like the 1 key is the door. What's the 2 key? Oh, 2 keys the lights. There's nothing overly complicated about the body. It's got a nice little roll cage on it. This is made out of vanilla parts. I just want to point that out. But check this out. Okay, we're going to take off now. Watch the suspension compress and shake when we take off here. There we go. This is another one of those really smooth rides, but this is a lot more complicated than the last creation as far as its ride. It's just so weird. It's an obscure looking suspension, but it's awesome. I like it. As far as a rock crawler, we might have to test out those capabilities. Let's go ahead and drive this up here. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Nice. I like that. Where's the nearest? This is a decent hill here. No, it overpowered. Actually, it flipped over that hill. I'm pretty sure we have a mountain around here somewhere that I need to go find real quick. And we're going to try to just run this up it and just see what happens. Alright, I've got to question myself here. Can I make it up this hill? I don't know. I have faith in this creation. I feel like we might be able to do it. Let's go ahead and just swap over this here. And that's a pretty steep incline coming up. So we're going to ease our way. There's a couple trees in the way. Let's go ahead. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, got to let all the wheels touch first. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, it's easing up. Now, the electric motor provides a lot of torque, and it makes it to where you can actually climb stuff like this. Uh-oh, we're sliding. Uh-oh, uh-oh, no, no, no. Uh-oh, oh, we ended up down here in the cliff. Yeah, a lot of times when you think of rock crawlers, instead of hill climb machines where the objective is to get up a fast incline really fast, really fast, the objective most time on rock crawlers, it's really steep, and you're supposed to slowly go up it. So that might have been a bit too fast. There's another set of rocks over here that I think we're going to go ahead and challenge and see if we can get up them. There we go. Up, that's tree, that's a rock, that's a tree. Just kind of climbed over that. Let's see. You know, it might benefit from slowing it down just a little bit. Let's try this one here. Here we go. All right. Ease up it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at that. It's just kind of hopping over everything. Come on. Come on. Don't go sideways on me. There we go. Catch some of those rocks. There it goes. Oh, this is a success so far. I might be stuck. I might be stuck. Oh, no, I'm stuck. Oh, that was my bad. My bad. All right, this thing works pretty good, I have to say. It's an obscure suspension. It's something that I probably would have not have thought of to do, especially with the sideways suspension parts. But nonetheless, it's really impressive. I want to thank him for sending that over and allowing me to check it out. But anyways, folks, that's probably going to about wrap it up for today's episode. I want to thank you guys for all the love and support recently. I know it's been a little bit weird with my schedule, and it's going to continue to be weird for a while until I get everything kind of corrected and figured out. But I do hope to be back just full-time every day soon, maybe 2 times a day. Obviously, I'm not a full-time YouTuber yet, but I'm enjoying what I can do right now so far. But anyways, like I said, thanks for all the support. If you want to send anything to the channel, I will link it down in the description. I take town creations, I take obviously off-road creations, pretty much everything. So anyways, hope you guys have a good day, and we will see you guys next time on Scrap Mechanic. Thank you!